On January 30, 2025, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration (FDA) granted approval for Journavx suzetrigine, a groundbreaking non-opioid analgesic developed by Vertex Pharmaceuticals aimed at treating moderate to severe acute pain in adults. This approval represents a significant milestone in pain management, particularly in the context of the ongoing opioid crisis that has plagued the United States for over 2 decades, leading to widespread addiction and overdose deaths. Overview of Journavx suzetrigine. Mechanism of action. Journavx is the first drug to emerge from a new class of pain management medications that inhibit specific sodium channels associated with pain transmission. Specifically, Journavx targets the NaV 1.8 sodium channel, which is predominantly active in pain neurons. By regulating sodium flow in these neurons, Journavx effectively disrupts the transmission of pain signals to the brain while avoiding the central nervous system opioid receptors that are linked to addiction and overdose risks associated with traditional opioid medications. Clinical trials and efficacy. The efficacy of Journavx was evaluated through 2 rigorous clinical trials involving 874 participants who underwent surgeries typical of acute pain scenarios such as abdominoplasty and bunionectomy. Participants were randomly assigned to receive either Journavx hydrocodone-acetaminophen, an opioid, or a placebo. The results were promising. Among patients who underwent abdominoplasty, 61% of those taking Journavx reported at least a 30% reduction in pain compared to 48% in the placebo group. For bunionectomy patients, 83% of those taking Journavx achieved a similar threshold compared to 68% in the placebo group. Although opioids provided superior pain relief, the results signified that Journavx could serve as a viable non-addictive alternative, potentially reducing the dependency on opioids in post-surgical pain management. Safety profile. Journavx's safety profile was notably favorable. Common side effects included mild itching and muscle spasms, with a lower incidence of adverse reactions compared to those experienced by placebo participants. This contrasts sharply with the often severe side effects associated with opioid medications, which can include respiratory depression, addiction, and overdose. Development timeline. July 2023, Vertex Pharmaceuticals submitted a request for FDA approval after completing successful human trials. Early 2024, comprehensive clinical trials concluded, showcasing the drug's effectiveness in managing acute pain. January 30, 2025, the FDA officially approved Journavx for treating moderate to severe acute pain. Future applications and research. While initial studies have focused on acute pain, Vertex Pharmaceuticals is also investigating the potential of Journavx for chronic pain management. Early trials involving chronic pain conditions such as sciatica have yielded less encouraging results, but ongoing research aims to refine its effectiveness in this area. The company remains optimistic about the relevance of the NaV 1.8 mechanism in both acute and chronic pain contexts. Public health implications. The approval of Journavx is seen as a crucial step in addressing the pressing need for effective pain management alternatives that do not carry the risks associated with opioid use. FDA officials have highlighted the importance of this novel class of drugs as part of a larger strategy to mitigate opioid-related health risks. The agency's commitment to promoting non-opioid pain relief options underscores the urgent need for safer pain management solutions in a landscape marred by the opioid epidemic. Conclusions. The approval of Journavx marks a pivotal advancement in the field of pain management, providing a non-opioid alternative that could alleviate the suffering of millions of Americans while simultaneously reducing reliance on addictive painkillers. As ongoing studies explore its efficacy in chronic pain and other applications, Journavx signifies a promising step forward in addressing the complexities of pain management in modern medicine. Health professionals anticipate that this new treatment could reshape the approach to pain relief, offering safer options for patients and potentially altering the trajectory of the opioid crisis in the United States. The FDA's approval of Journavx suzetrigine introduces a groundbreaking non-opioid pain relief option aiming to serve the needs of approximately 50 million Americans suffering from chronic pain. This development is particularly significant in light of the opioid crisis, which has led to widespread addiction and overdose deaths. Journavx works by targeting a specific sodium channel Nav1.8 in pain neurons, thus offering pain relief without the addictive potential characteristic of opioids. Counterintuitive insights. 1. Comparison with opioids. While opioids like hydrocodone-acetaminophen traditionally provide superior pain relief, Journavx's introduction as a non-addictive alternative could shift the standard treatment paradigm for acute pain. The expectation that a non-opioid can compete effectively with the potency of opioids is counterintuitive given the historical reliance on opioids for severe pain. 2. Efficacy in clinical trials. The clinical trials for Journavx involved acute pain post-surgery, revealing that a significant percentage of participants reported meaningful pain relief. However, the fact that the drug's efficacy was not as pronounced as that of opioids, yet still considered a game-changer, highlights a shift in the perception of acceptable pain management. This suggests a possible re-evaluation of what constitutes effective pain relief in the context of addiction risk. 3. Safety profile. The trials reported that the side effects of Journavx were milder than those of placebo participants, which runs counter to the common assumption that new medications, especially those targeting pain, would typically have adverse effects. This favorable safety profile aligns with the need for safer pain management options in a landscape where opioids have often caused more harm than good. 4. Chronic pain management potential. Although initial studies show less promise for chronic pain, e.g. sciatica, the ongoing research into suzetrigine's effectiveness in chronic conditions is intriguing. The idea that a drug specifically designed for acute pain could potentially be adapted for complex chronic pain conditions challenges the traditional view that distinct mechanisms require different treatment strategies. 5. Public health impact. The FDA's approval of Journavx is positioned as a major public health milestone, yet it also raises questions about the nature of pain management itself. The notion that a new class of drugs can change the fundamental approach to pain management, especially in light of past failures with opioids, reflects a broader societal shift towards prioritizing safety over potency. 6. Future of pain management. The approval of Journavx suggests a potential paradigm shift towards a more nuanced understanding of pain management. The emphasis on selective sodium channel modulation versus broad opioid receptor activation indicates a counterintuitive approach to pain relief that may redefine treatment protocols. This evolution signifies a move away from a one-size-fits-all methodology to a more tailored strategy based on specific pain mechanisms. 7. Simplicity in mechanism. The mechanism of action for Journavx targeting sodium channels is relatively straightforward compared to the complex interactions of opioids with various receptors in the body. This simplicity could lead to easier understanding and acceptance among healthcare providers and patients despite the historical complexity associated with pain management. In summary, the approval of Journavx not only offers a promising alternative for pain relief but also embodies a broader rethinking of pain management strategies in the context of public health and addiction concerns. The counterintuitive aspects such as the drug's comparative efficacy, safety profile, and potential for chronic pain treatment illustrate the evolving landscape of pain management in modern medicine. The approval of Journavx suzetrigine by the FDA represents a monumental shift in pain management, particularly for the 50 million Americans suffering from chronic pain. While many may focus on its immediate implications as a non-opioid alternative for acute pain relief, several critical aspects of this development are likely to be overlooked, which have significant implications for the future of pain treatment and the healthcare landscape. Overlooked aspects and their significance. 1. Mechanism of action and targeting. Journavx's mechanism of action, which involves targeting the Nav1.8 sodium channel specific to pain neurons, is a significant breakthrough that many may not fully appreciate. This specificity allows for effective pain relief without the central nervous system side effects associated with opioids. Understanding this mechanism is vital as it paves the way for further research into similar non-opioid analgesics that can target specific pain pathways, potentially leading to a new class of pain management therapies that are both effective and safe. 2. Impact on chronic pain research. The initial focus of Journavx is on acute pain relief, but its potential application in chronic pain management remains a significant aspect that could reshape treatment paradigms. Chronic pain conditions, which often result from complex multifactorial issues, have historically been challenging to manage. While early trials in chronic pain have shown less promising results, the ongoing research and potential for refinement in these studies could lead to new insights into chronic pain mechanisms. This could ultimately provide a safe alternative for patients who have been reliant on opioids for long-term pain management, further alleviating the public health crisis stemming from opioid addiction. 3. Public health implications. The approval of Journavx is not just a win for pain sufferers but also a crucial step in addressing the opioid crisis that has plagued the United States. The ongoing opioid epidemic has resulted in severe public health consequences, including addiction and overdose deaths. By providing a non-addictive alternative, Journavx could significantly reduce the number of patients who turn to opioids for pain relief, thus potentially decreasing the incidence of opioid dependence and its associated complications. This broader public health impact may not be immediately evident but is critical in understanding the drug's significance in the context of current healthcare challenges. 4. Safety profile and side effects. The favorable safety profile of Journavx, with fewer and less severe side effects compared to traditional opioids, is a noteworthy aspect that deserves more attention. Many patients and healthcare providers are concerned about the risks associated with opioid use, including addiction and severe adverse reactions. Journavx's milder side effects, such as itching and muscle spasms, present a significant advantage, allowing for greater acceptance of pain management strategies that do not compromise patient safety. This aspect may encourage more healthcare providers to consider non-opioid options as first-line treatments, thus altering prescribing practices in pain management. 5. Integration into pain management protocols. The integration of Journavx into existing pain management protocols is another crucial factor that could be overlooked. As healthcare systems seek to implement more comprehensive pain management strategies, the inclusion of non-opioid alternatives like Journavx could lead to a paradigm shift in how pain is treated. This integration may require significant changes in clinical practice guidelines and educational efforts to ensure that both healthcare providers and patients recognize the value of non-opioid treatments, potentially improving overall treatment outcomes and patient satisfaction. 6. Economic implications for healthcare systems. The economic ramifications of introducing Journavx into the healthcare system are multifaceted. While the initial cost of the drug may be a consideration, its potential to reduce opioid prescriptions can lead to decreased healthcare costs associated with treating opioid addiction, overdose, and related complications. Additionally, if Journavx proves effective in managing chronic pain conditions, it could reduce the need for more expensive interventions, including surgeries and long-term rehabilitation. This economic perspective is essential for policymakers and healthcare administrators who must consider the broader implications of new treatments on healthcare budgets and resource allocation. 7. Patient education and empowerment. The introduction of Journavx highlights the need for enhanced patient education regarding pain management options. Many patients remain unaware of non-opioid alternatives and may continue to rely on opioids due to a lack of information. Educating patients about the risks associated with opioid use and the benefits of non-opioid treatments like Journavx empowers them to engage in their pain management actively. This shift towards patient-centered care can lead to better adherence to treatment plans and improved outcomes. In conclusion, the approval of Journavx is a significant milestone in the treatment of pain, presenting an opportunity to mitigate the opioid crisis while providing effective pain relief. However, the broader implications, ranging from its unique mechanism of action and potential for chronic pain management to its public health impact and economic considerations, are essential for stakeholders to recognize. As this new class of non-opioid analgesics begins to make its mark, a comprehensive understanding of its significance will be crucial in shaping the future of pain management and improving the quality of life for millions of patients. Here are the 4 most valuable points derived from the content regarding the FDA approval of Journavx suzetrigine as an innovative non-opioid pain relief drug. 1. Mechanism of action and innovation. Journavx represents a significant advancement in pain management by targeting the Nav 1.8 sodium channel, which is specifically active in pain neurons. Unlike opioids, which interact with opioid receptors in the brain and central nervous system, Journavx modulates sodium flow in pain pathways, effectively blocking pain signals before they reach the brain. This novel mechanism not only differentiates it from traditional pain relief methods but also mitigates the risk of addiction associated with opioid use. The identification of the Nav 1.8 channel as a target for pain relief took decades of research, culminating in a drug that symbolizes a breakthrough in non-opioid analgesics. 2. Efficacy demonstrated in clinical trials. The approval of Journavx was backed by rigorous clinical trials involving 874 participants who underwent various surgical procedures. The results indicated a statistically significant reduction in pain for those taking Journavx compared to a placebo, with notable percentages reporting meaningful pain relief: 61% for abdominoplasty and 83% for bunionectomy patients. While opioids provided better pain control, Journavx's non-addictive nature positions it as a viable alternative, potentially reducing the reliance on opioids for managing acute pain. This efficacy is crucial in a healthcare landscape increasingly wary of opioid prescriptions due to addiction concerns. 3. Favorable safety profile. Journavx has been associated with fewer side effects than traditional opioids, which is a pivotal factor in its approval and adoption. Common adverse reactions such as itching and muscle spasms were reported to be mild, and the overall safety profile was deemed favorable when compared to placebo participants. This aspect is particularly important in pain management, where side effects from medications can often exacerbate patient discomfort or complicate treatment regimens. The relative safety of Journavx could encourage healthcare providers to consider it as a first-line treatment option in acute pain scenarios, particularly in populations at risk for opioid misuse. 4. Potential for future applications in pain management. Although initial clinical trials primarily focused on acute pain, there is ongoing research into the effectiveness of Journavx in treating chronic pain conditions. Early results in trials for conditions like sciatica have shown less promising outcomes, but Vertex Pharmaceuticals is committed to further studies to refine its application for chronic pain management. This exploration signifies the drug's potential to reshape pain management strategies, particularly as healthcare systems seek to address the complexities of chronic pain without resorting to opioids. The drug's innovative approach could lead to a paradigm shift in how chronic pain is treated, depending on the results of future studies. These 4 points encapsulate the significance of Journavx within the context of modern pain management, emphasizing its innovative mechanism, proven efficacy, favorable safety profile, and potential for broader applications. The approval of Journavx is not just a milestone in drug development, it also represents a critical step in addressing the public health challenges posed by the opioid crisis, offering hope to millions suffering from pain. 1. Thalidomide controversy. 1950s to 1960s. Thalidomide was originally marketed in the late 1950s as a safe sedative and treatment for morning sickness in pregnant women. However, it was later linked to severe birth defects, leading to a public health crisis. The fallout from thalidomide's use prompted significant changes in drug approval processes, including stricter guidelines for testing drug safety and efficacy before they could be marketed, ultimately leading to the establishment of more rigorous regulatory practices worldwide. 2. Vioxx recall. 2004. Vioxx rofecoxib, a pain relief medication developed by Merck, was approved in 1999 for the treatment of arthritis and acute pain. It was well received initially but was later linked to increased risk of cardiovascular events. Merck voluntarily withdrew Vioxx from the market in 2004 after studies revealed these serious side effects, sparking widespread concern over the safety of nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs NSAIDs and leading to increased scrutiny of drug safety monitoring post-approval. 3. Fen 1990s. Fen, a combination of fenfluramine and phentermine, was prescribed for weight loss in the 1990s. It was associated with serious heart and lung conditions, leading to its withdrawal from the market in 1997. The case raised awareness regarding the importance of long-term safety studies and post-marketing surveillance for drugs, prompting regulatory agencies to enhance their monitoring processes for approved medications. Future outlook: predictions for non-opioid pain relief and pain management. The FDA's approval of Journavx suzetrigine represents a transformative moment in pain management, particularly amidst the opioid crisis that has plagued the U.S. for decades. As we look ahead, several key trends and predictions can be made regarding the impact of this new non-opioid analgesic in the broader landscape of pain management. 1. Increased adoption of non-opioid analgesics. With the approval of Journavx, we can expect a significant shift in how pain is managed, particularly for acute pain. Medical professionals will likely begin prescribing Journavx as a first-line treatment following surgical procedures and for managing acute pain conditions. This shift is fueled by growing awareness of the dangers associated with opioid prescriptions as well as patient demand for safer alternatives. Consequently, other pharmaceutical companies may accelerate their research and development efforts to create additional non-opioid medications, potentially leading to a new class of pain management drugs. 2. Emphasis on personalized pain management. As more non-opioid options become available, the future of pain management will likely see an increased focus on personalized treatment plans. Healthcare providers will be better equipped to tailor pain management strategies based on individual patient profiles, types of pain, and overall health conditions. The unique mechanism of Journavx, which targets the Nav1.8 sodium channel specific to pain neurons, may lead to further research on how to personalize pain treatments effectively. 3. Continued research into chronic pain applications. While Journavx has shown promising results for acute pain, its efficacy for chronic pain remains under investigation. Future research will refine our understanding of how this drug can be effectively utilized in chronic pain management, particularly for conditions like sciatica. As clinical trials continue, it is plausible that modifications to dosing regimens or combination therapies with other analgesics could enhance its effectiveness for chronic pain sufferers, ultimately leading to a broader therapeutic application. 4. Integration of technology in pain management. Emerging technologies in pain management are likely to play a pivotal role in conjunction with new medications like Journavx. Innovations such as digital health platforms, telemedicine consultations, wearable pain management devices, and AI-driven pain assessment tools will likely become integrated into standard care practices. These technologies can enhance patient monitoring, provide real-time feedback on pain levels, and facilitate timely adjustments to treatment plans. 5. Regulatory and policy changes. The approval of Journavx may also prompt regulatory bodies to revise guidelines regarding pain management practices. As non-opioid alternatives become more prevalent, policies may shift to support their use in clinical settings, encouraging providers to prioritize non-addictive medications over opioids. This could further reinforce the need for education and training for healthcare professionals on the benefits and appropriate use of non-opioid analgesics. 6. Public health campaigns and education. As the landscape of pain management evolves, we can anticipate increased public health campaigns aimed at educating both healthcare providers and patients about the risks of opioids and the benefits of non-opioid alternatives like Journavx. This will be crucial in reducing stigma around pain management and encouraging patients to engage in discussions with their healthcare providers about safer options. 7. Impact on the opioid crisis. The introduction of effective non-opioid pain relief options like Journavx could have a substantial impact on the ongoing opioid crisis. By providing a viable alternative for pain management, the reliance on opioids may decrease. which could lead to a reduction in prescription opioid misuse and addiction rates. This shift will be critical in addressing the public health emergency caused by opioid addiction and overdose. 8. Future drug developments. The success of Journavx may stimulate further research into sodium channel inhibitors and other novel mechanisms of action for pain relief. As pharmaceutical companies observe the positive reception of this new class of drugs, it may catalyze innovation in the pain relief sector, leading to new treatments that target pain more effectively without the associated risks of addiction. Conclusion. The approval of Journavx marks a significant milestone in pain management, heralding a new era of non-opioid treatments that could reshape how pain is treated in the U.S. and beyond. As the healthcare landscape adapts to these changes, the focus will likely shift toward personalized, technology-driven, and evidence-based approaches to pain management. With ongoing research and a commitment to improving public health outcomes, the future of pain relief looks promising, offering hope to millions suffering from chronic pain.